Welcome to Around the Diamond podcast with Alec and Brad. Let's dive in. Tonight on the show, you get our weekend series preview, our players to watch, picks to click, ball and strike a new segment, and fan graph metrics. So let's get started with our weekend series preview. Who are your three American League weekend series that you're looking forward to seeing? And explain a little bit why you picked them.
I'm going to start with the hometown Rays. The Twins are here. Game one, former Ray Tops Bradley will be on the mound for the Twins. He's off to a good start. The Rays are off to a better start than I think a lot of people put them out to be, and so are the Twins. So I think that's an enticing series coming up this weekend. The Red Sox and the Orioles, obviously, trouble is blooming in Boston. I don't know what's going on with my Red Sox right now. No idea. I don't know. And the Orioles are only one game under 500. So if Baltimore takes all three or wins 2 out of 3, they'll be above 500 for the season. And my last one is the A's and the Rangers. The Athletics are off to a good start. And the Rangers are where we thought they'd be, right around the 500 mark. So I'm looking forward to those 3 series this weekend.
My American League, the 3 American League weekend series I picked. First one, of course, the Rays and the Twins. Rays are coming off losing 2 out of 3 to the Reds. And 2 of those 3 games were ugly, especially the game on Wednesday where they lost. No, Tuesday where they lost 12-6 and had to have Ben Williamson come in and pitch an inning, which when a position player comes in to pitch, Brad can back me up. It's usually a bad sign.
Yeah, yep. Usually your manager's like, yep, this game we're throwing the towel in. Just let them go out there and have fun.
Second weekend series I've got is the A's and the Rangers. And the A's have been a surprise so far this year. But I think Brad and I both knew they were going to be good. The Rangers are starting to figure a couple things out. And then the last one I've got is the Royals and the Angels. Kansas City, Bobby Witt doesn't get as much attention as he should, even though he's one of the budding young superstars in Major League Baseball. Who are your 3 NL weekend series that you're looking forward to watching?
I'm going to start, Bud, with the Rockies and the Mets. The Mets finally coming off of ending their long losing streak.
Wow. Well, can I say something about that? So, if y'all didn't see the highlights of the Mets game yesterday against the Twins, Mark Vientos ran through a stop sign that his third base coach put up. But you know how it works. Later in the game, he comes up and he gets a blue pit and he drives in the winning run.
Yep, that's how it always
bottom of the 8th. Yep. And the announcer's like, "Oh, he made up for himself." But in the process, the Mets did lose Francisco Lindor with a calf injury. So they get Soto back. But the trade-off is
you lose Lindor.
And who knows how long. Calf injuries are not something you want to. And Brad, neither of us have had a calf injury, but we know these major league guys. Calf injuries, you can't run on an injured calf.
No. And you never know too, but what the severity of them is. Where somebody says, okay, yeah, he's running good, let's put him back out there, and you either further injure it or, it still lingers and, that type of stuff too. So, yeah, those are hard to tell, honestly.
So, who's your second?
The second one is the Phils and the Braves. The Phillies are off to a terrible start. And the Braves are off to a good start.
That's another manager that they say has a vote of confidence and won't get fired.
This is a division matchup, so these games I know it's early in the
And
season.
I'm going to say something. The Phillies just got swept by the Cubs.
Yeah.
Hey, Tiny Tino, how you feeling? You want to talk trash about all these other MLB teams? Look at your team.
Yep, and the last one I have is the Pirates and the Brewers. I think both of these teams are off to a good start, especially the Pirates. I don't think a lot of people. I mean, Paul Skeens laid an egg in Game 1, and everybody was ready to write him off, and now they're not doing too bad now.
So my first weekend series for the NL is the Diamondbacks and Padres. But ladies and gentlemen, this is not your traditional 3-game set. It's only 2 games, and the reason it's only 2 games is because the first game is on Saturday at 6 p.m. and it's Brad, help me out. It's not in America.
It's an out of the country game.
It's in Mexico City. But I still think it's going to be a good series. This is between the Padres. I think are a half game out of first place, or they're tied for first place with the Dodgers. Which, sorry to all the Ohtani fans, he went 0 for 4 last night. But he did have 6. I think it was 6 innings of 2-run baseball. And in my second weekend series for the NL, speaking of the Dodgers, is the Cubs going to LA to play those said Dodgers in a 3-game series. And the Cubs are coming off sweeping the Phillies. How are all my Phillies fans feeling? Probably not too good. And the last one is I've got the Rockies and the Mets. Rockies? Both of us kind of talked about this in the spring. We thought the Rockies were going to be a little bit better than everybody expected. 10-13 going into this weekend. I could see him taking, hate to do this, I could see him taking 2 out of 3 from the Mets because they are meet the Mets. And they're probably going to be without Francisco Lindor. Who is our next segment, ladies and gentlemen, is players to watch for the weekend. Who is your player to watch this weekend?
I have 3, and one of them is my pick to click, so I'll start with him. That's Jordan Alvarez. He has 11 home runs. He leads the league through 26 games for the Houston Astros, and he's drawing comparisons to prime Barry Bonds. I don't know. That's a stat that I saw earlier, and I had to note that down. My second,
repeat that, please. Is there something in my ear? Prime who?
Prime Barry Bonds. That's what it said in the note. So I copied that down to mention that. The second guy that I have is Bobby Witt Jr. You mentioned him earlier. He's hitting 284. He's at 9 stolen bases. It's not like he's not doing his part to help the Royals try to win. I know they're under 500 at the moment. And the last one is Murakami, the kid from White Sox. He's homered in 5 straight games. That's a franchise record. And he has
speaking of the White Sox, here's a little score update. The White Sox are up 4-1 on the Diamondbacks in the bottom of the 9th.
And he also
with a home run in the top of the 3-run homer in the top of the 9th from former Red Sox, Nolan Ray killer, Andrew Benintendi. He
has 9 homers for the White Sox, which is also a team lead. So those are my 3 players to watch.
My player to watch this weekend is a guy that used to be a Rays prospect that the Rays just, they pushed him to the side and gave up on him. Kyle Manzardo. And I have a stat here for you. Over the last week, he's hitting 292. What's the word you like to use, Brad?
Raking?
Yeah, that R word. or the M word. He's mashing. Who is your pick to click?
Hey, Jordan Alvarez. That's my pick to click. So
My pick to click is I went a little bit off the board because I knew the fans get to pick somebody too, and they don't have to tell us who it is. Because the only people they want to hear us talk about is the people we pick for our pick to click. I went off the board. I went with Marlins utility man Javier Sanoja. Now, let's see how this works for me. And I just got another score update. The Padres are on top of the Rockies 10-8. And now we are debuting a new segment, ladies and gentlemen. It is called Ball and Strike. Basically, what it is Brad has some teams that have started off the year slow that he's going to name them, and I'm going to say ball, which means the slow start's going to keep going, or strike, which means they're going to turn it around. Who is the first team? And Brad, you get to chime in too.
I'm gonna. Well, I gotta go with my Red Sox.
Strike. They're gonna turn it around at some point. They got to. What about you?
Yeah, Cora has done it in the past, and they have the troops to do it. I can't see why they can't turn it around. I agree. I think they will turn it around. The Phillies.
Ball.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain what's going on there. Wow, the NL Central, everyone's over 500. I can't really say anything about those teams in the division. They're all over 500. The Giants, what would you give them?
Ball.
Okay.
Because Tony Vitello is a first-time manager in MLB.
Wasn't he a college coach prior to coming up?
Yep, he coached with the Tennessee Volunteers.
And I'll give you one more. Let's go with the Royals.
Strike.
I think they find a way to turn it around too, like the Red Sox do. Is that all you want, bud? Just those teams?
We can do a few more if you want.
Okay. Let me bring it back up real quick. The Mariners?
Strike. I think they turn it around.
Okay. The Mets?
Ball. No, strike. Even though they're going to be without Lindor for a little while.
How about the Blue Jays, the defending American League champions?
Strike. I think they turn it around.
Okay.
And they've got a former Tampa Bay Rays minor leaguer on their big league roster. And former White Sox, Eloy Jimenez. Well, two more teams.
Two more. Okay. The Washington Nationals?
Strike. I think they turn it around to a certain maneuverability, but anything other than that, no. What about you?
Yeah. I'll do an AL East team last. I'll go with the Orioles, who are only one game under 500.
Strike.
Okay.
And the reason I say strike is because Westberg's out, Holiday's out, Adley Rutschman just came back. And Helsley's on I think the family like the bereavement list.
Okay.
So prayers out to the Helsley family. We have no idea what's going on. If somebody goes on the bereavement list, that normally means
Somebody's about to pass away or a birth. One of the two.
no,
Usually
no. Fraternity leave
is
is
birth of a child.
bereavement. Well, it was bereavement / family emergency. So maybe it could be another way of saying that instead of putting him on the fraternity, maybe they put him on family medical bereavement list so he can have a few more days, because the difference is if they put you on fraternity, you're out for, I think it's 3 to 5 days. And then if you're out any longer, they have to put you on the bereavement list. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go to Fangraphs. That's not what I want to add. And we are going to look at some stats. Statcast. Fat trucking. So what we're going to do is, that's not what I wanted, but okay. This is what. So we're going to look at the top 10 the top 10 guys with the quickest bats in MLB right now so far in the season. And we're going to see if we're going to try to predict if they can keep that bat speed up or if we think they're going to falter. So we start with Giancarlo Stanton's average bat speed, 79.5. Can Stanton keep that up, or is it going to trickle down?
I think, but if he can stay healthy, yes. If he doesn't stay healthy, no. I know he's had.
And you look at some other stats for Stanton. Fast swing rate, 93%.
Yeah.
As you said, if he can stay healthy, there isn't a reason why he can't keep that in the in the 90s.
Correct.
Swing percentage swing 12.3% for Stanton. Contact rate 18%. Oh well, you can round that up to
19.
Like you said, if he could stay healthy, why not? Oh, look at who number 2 is. Tampa Bay Ray Junior Cabinet. Can he keep that bat speed up, or can he overtake Stanton?
Being how young he is, I think he overtakes Stanton because, like I said, if Stanton has a bad week or gets hurt, I think Junior then will take over that top spot by himself.
84% fast swing rate. Can he overtake Stanton in that category too?
Yeah, I can't see why he couldn't. I mean, he's the top hitter in that Rays lineup. I can't see why he wouldn't be able to.
Okay, so make this make sense. Why is he second? Look at his percentage contact rate. 27.4. Stands at 26.
I don't know. That's a good question. I guess, but because of the fast swing rate is the only reason why Stanton's above him at 93%, where he's only at 85. That's the only thing I can think of is why he's second.
That's I see. Squared up rate.
Or blast. Yeah. Yep.
Third is, oh gosh, it's the guy the Rays just saw in Pittsburgh. O'Neal Cruz, 79%. I mean, the man's 6'7".
Yeah.
Can he overtake Stanton or Caminero?
I think he's going to stay close, but I don't see him overtaking them. But how big of a guy he is, I mean, that definitely could come
Well,
into
and you
play.
got to think with the ABS now, it shrinks him down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That strike zone gets
Smaller.
for him. I see the issue with O'Neal Cruz isn't can he hit? It's his discipline.
Mm.
And we've seen with guys that have a really bad discipline at the plate that swing at just about everything. That doesn't normally end well.
Nope.
But so you say there's no way he passes Caminero or Stanton.
No, I don't think so. But
What about the number 4, Cam Smith of the
Astros
70? Is that 78?
78. Yeah. I think he can. I think he can maintain that, bud. I don't think he's going to pass the 3 guys above him, but I do think he can maintain that.
Jordan, here's a surprise. I felt like we talked about this guy all last year and how maybe he needed to change the scenery. Maybe he just needed to get out of St. Louis. Jordan Walker, 77.7% bat speed. 5th in Major League Baseball. Did you see this coming for Jordan Walker?
No, but like you just said, I think sometimes a change of scenery helps a player. You know, it's a new place, a new fan base.
Well, no, he's still in St. Louis.
Oh, St. Louis, okay.
But I was saying when we talked about him last year, I felt like we were saying he needed to get out of St. Louis. But from what I've been hearing from their announcers is I guess he went to Driveline during the offseason. And as we can see by his statistics, his average bat speed, his fast swing rate, squared up and blast, seems like he's improved.
Yeah. So he worked on his swing during the offseason. That's good.
Number 7, we've got 6. Oh, we got Big Amish. Nick Kurtz. The reigning, I believe, AL Rookie of the Year.
Correct.
77.5. Can he overtake Jordan Walker or Cam Smith?
I could say yes. I do believe he can. He's showing that he's not having a sophomore slump as far as being Rookie of the Year a year ago. So, yeah.
I would say yes as well. Number 7, Joe Adele, who, if y'all still haven't, I don't know what you're doing. If you haven't seen the video from a couple weeks ago when he robbed not 1, not 2, 3 home runs. And Brad and I talked about it on the show after it happened. Neither of us have seen that before.
Nope. Those could end up really, if you think about it, could be catches of the year in that early in the season, but that could be that way.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about Joe Adele in a different way. His bat speed is at 77.3. That's a quick bat, but can he pass any of the guys we just talked about?
I guess if he can maintain that, bud, yes. If not, no. I can't. Nick Currents, I could see moving up the list, and if O'Neal Cruz, like you said, bud, can stay more patient at the plate, then yes. But no, I don't see Joe Adele moving up too much further.
Same thing with Garrett Mitchell of the Brewers, 76.4% average bat speed. And look at that. A surprise at number 9 is James Wood, 76.4%. He's another guy that's pretty tall. Can you see him passing any of the guys we talked about?
I don't think so.
And then the last guy we're going to talk about at the top 10 is Colson Montgomery. A surprise. Maybe the White Sox have something in Colson Montgomery. 76.3% bat speed.
Well, I mean, that team's surprised so far this year. So, yeah, why not have a
Now
couple?
we are going to go and look at the guys with the slowest. So we did the fastest bat speed.
These are the cold guys. I went
Yeah,
from red to blue.
So we're going to start with Kyle Karros of the Rockies at a 70.1% average bat speed. Can he move up at all in the bat speed rankings?
No, I mean his fast swing rate's 11.6. Yeah, I don't know.
No. Kyle Karros.
Oh, Karros. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong guy.
His is 6.3.
6.3. Maybe. I mean, it's the Rockies. He hits in a hitter's ballpark. It's a possibility.
And now a former Red Sox, Alex. Oh, Bregman. Are my eyes deceiving me?
I don't think Bregman's really had a fast bat speed to begin with. But I'm not surprised that he's down here below.
Can he get below any of the guys that are in front of him?
I think he can.
So like he get in front of a Zach Neto, a Cedric Mullins, and Evan Carter.
Yeah, I think he can by the end of the season.
Connor Norby's at a 70.1 average bat speed, 3.6 at a fast swing rate. It would be tough for him to get in front of some of the guys that he's behind.
Correct.
Kyle Manzardo, 70, right on the nose, average bat speed, 70, with an 11.6 fast swing. Can he move up at all?
Probably. He's with the Guardians. I could see that, yeah.
Huh? Who's that above him? Cody
Bellinger.
70. So he's at a 70 for his bat speed and a 3.8 for swing rate, fast swing rate. Is it hard to see him moving up at all?
Possibly moving up. Again, he plays for the Yankees. They ask a lot out of him. It's a possibility.
Well, and he plays in a stadium that Phillies fans like to refer to as because of the short porch in left field.
Correct.
They like to say when the Yankees hit home runs, oh, that's a wall scraper. Yeah, you're only saying that because you don't have a guy like Cody Bellinger.
Correct.
Jose Ramirez?
Yeah, I was surprised, but to see him down
this
there
low.
Low. Yeah.
70 bat speed, 70. There's absolutely a chance he can move up.
Oh yeah.
Fast swing rate 15%.
Yeah, he's it's too early to not think that he can't move up the list.
Okay, so we did the hitters. Now we're gonna go to can find it.
runner was there not on first base. After Thomas shoots one all the way to the wall. It wasn't great, right to the left fielder. Maybe if you had a quick runner, like you said, they would probably send him. And they didn't want to take a game that might make him up in a minute.
Okay, we're going to look at the pitchers now. So, and we're going to go over different stats for pitchers. First, we're going to start with pitch. I think pitch type, pitch arsenal stats. So the leader. So run value. Can you still hear me?
I can hear you. Yep.
Okay. So we start with Jose Soriano of the Angels, which Soriano's had a interesting start to the season. He's thrown 170 pitches, 30%, and it seems like his sinker is the pitch he's throwing the most right now. And judging by the stats, the expected batting average against it is 182, which we know for pitching, that's nothing.
Pretty good.
Yeah. K rate on it, whiff percentage is almost 29%.
Mm-hmm.
He's K'd 15.2 batters on that pitch. Put away percentage, almost 23%.
Yep.
So would you expect him to, that's standard. StatCast, expecting batting average against it, 200. That's not too shabby at all.
Mm-mm.
A expecting slugging percentage of 312 and a expected on 252 and then a hard hit rate of 34%. That's a little high, but and then you got Nathan Eovaldi with his split finger, which nowadays, what is a split finger anymore? With all these, you got a kick change up, you got the splinker that Paul Skeens throws. Run value 6. The usage, he uses it almost 39% of the time. So you'd think batters would be able to pick it up, but the standard metrics are 56 plate appearances, batters against Nathan Eovaldi's split finger. I'm at 192 with a slugging of 231 on base at bats or whatever it is. They're batting 220 against it with a whiff rate of 31%, K rate of 25, and almost 27% put away. And the StatCast metrics, 167 batting average, 212 slugging. The xWOBA is 293. So I was looking at that wrong. 252, 353, 293. In a hard hit percentage of 55%. I mean, is that still pretty good?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, but it looks like to me, by those stats, that's his go-to pitch. So, yeah, I mean, the whole thing with when you have a pitch like that, obviously, with him throwing it almost 39% of the time, hitters are ready to go. Like, they know they're going to see a split finger.
I'm probably going to get a split finger at least once in the at-bat.
Correct.
Now, let's go down a little bit and go to Mason Miller with his slider. He's thrown the pitch 82 times, 52% of the time. And he's got a batting average of, what is that, 0? Yeah, a batting average of 0 against it. And the StatCast numbers on it are just, look at that. Is that a typo? A 0, 1, 3, 0, 1, 5, 0, 1, 2. Stat nerds, that's called being shut down by a specific pitch.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Well, and I mean, how do you so he starts you with a fastball. Then you're like, okay, so the fastball's 100. So I'm not going to be able to touch that. So then you say, okay, what's he going to throw next? Is he just going to throw me all fastballs? Oh no. Here's my slider. Try to hit it. and I've seen highlights. People start swinging when it's halfway to the plate. I'm like, why are you swinging when that thing's halfway to the plate? Be patient. There's another guy I want to highlight here. And we talked about him in the spring. I don't know if you remember. Chase Dollander. 4-seam fastball. His 4-seam fastball, he throws it 36% of the time. Look at the standard metrics. He throws it, like I said, 46%. Where is it? 36% of the time he throws it. He's got a batting average against of 133, slugging 222, and a weighted basically on base. He's not allowing a lot of hits against it. And then the StatCast metrics are even better. Batting average is Dollander 123, 305, and 242. That's ridiculous. I mean, I know the slugging percentage is high on it, but you look at the batting average. Like, is there any way to hit that fastball?
I don't think so, unless they find some way of doing it. No. At this point, no.
And then the last guy we're going to look at is Yankees Max Fried. His cutter. He throws it 22% of the time. It's got a lot of ones in the standard metrics. A 161 batting average, 161 slugging, and a 222 OBA with a whiff percentage of 21%. K's people 16% of the time on that pitch. Puts away batters at a 30% rate. That is what's the opposite of the word we use for somebody that's smashing? He's making batters look like a
foolish.
Oh, and guess what? He's on there again. Not just his cutter, but look at for Max Fried, the cutter, 174 batting average against, 215 on the slugging, and the OBA, whatever that is, that's at 242 and a hard hit rate of 36%. So somebody call the cops when he's on the mound. In the bat, you know what? The bat companies probably make a lot of money. Because you got to think, if he's throwing that thing inside the righties, he's getting a lot of busted bats.
Yes.
And like I said, he's on there again with his sinker. And that's nothing to sneeze at. 237 batting average against on the sinker. Oh, and there's former Ray Taj Bradley. 4-seam fastball. Oh, that lovely. That's what the Rays have to go against tomorrow night. Oh, that's going to be fun. Taj is going to make the Rays look foolish. Hey, Nick Martinez.
Yeah, there he is. Yep. He
Sinker.
pitched very well the other day.
He did. He saved the bullpen. And here's another guy below him. Not Alcantara, but the guy that's... So you got Imanaga. Then you got Reed Detmers with his slider. And look at the numbers. 34% of the time he throws the pitch. And he's got a 163 batting average on it. 186, 188. StatCast numbers. 167, 207. You ain't getting a hit off that.
Nope.
You might as well just take a strop back to the dugout. Yeah, you're not getting a hit off of him. Cam Schlittler with his fastball. 200, 275, 218, 197, 316, 310, and a 229. He could be the second coming of Andy Pettit.
Mm-hmm.
Hogan Harris, Dylan Cease, Schlittler's on there again.
Singer.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, now we're just going to go down the list here. Nick Martinez, changeup. Freddie Peralta. Kiwei King. I think I'm saying that right. I don't know, Astros fans. But he's on there because of his sweeper. David Peterson, Braxton Ashcraft, Michael McGreevy. See any Rays relievers on there? Chris Bubik, Sonny Senzatella, Tyler Glasnow, former Ray. So his sinker for Glasnow, that's not the pitch I would think that he would have the most success with. But obviously, looking at the
071.
yeah, 071, 107. Good luck getting a hit off his sinker. He's another one that when he does that sinker, he's just saying, you know what? I'll take my strikeout. I'm going back to the dugout. I can't do this. Bryce Elder with his slider. 163, 256, 234, 139 on the expected batting average against on that pitch. That is, could you say he's owning batters at this point?
Mm-hmm. With that pitch.
139 expected batting average on that pitch. DC Mize, Tarek Skubal with his changeup. Those aren't bad numbers against on the changeup. Ben Brown. I haven't seen any Red Sox yet. Oh, hey, there's another former Ray. Shane Baz.
Just Cutter.
Opponent's batted 170. Well, let's just look at the expected. So 223, 346, 298. Yeah, I guess that's okay. Shane McClanahan, slider. Opponents are batting. Expecting batting average on the slider from Shane McClanahan, 203. Slugging 406. Ex-Woba 305. And a hard hit rate of 42%. But I would imagine that's probably, he gets a lot of soft contact off of that.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's not his fastball. He's got that fastball going. DeGrom. Hey, Jesse Schultz has been a nice. Schultz has been a nice little find for the Rays. He's got his slider. People are batting hitters are hitting 261 off of it with a 418 slugging and a 290. That's not bad. Bucks, Graham Ashcraft, Otani, sweeper. Yeah, good luck getting hit off Otani's sweeper. Those numbers are ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. Whew. I think I'd have nightmares every day if I had to hit against Otani and his sweeper. He's probably made some hitters, some major league hitters think long and hard if they want to get back in the box after either getting a piece of his sweeper or just looking like a complete fool. Matthew Liebertor, 4-seam fastball. What are the stats for that? 3. Oh, yikes. How is that? I mean, that's lower. Joe Ryan, Tarek Skubal, Kyle Harrison, 4-seam fastball. 251 is not a bad expected batting average against a certain. And that's going to wrap up that segment. And ladies and gentlemen, there's a couple more things we need to go over. So I'm going to pull up the screen again. Let's see. I am on this show. I'm going to show everyone the new website. Brad has not seen it yet. So this is the home page, ladies and gentlemen, for the website. And then here's where we keep all our podcasts. And you can see all the podcasts are right here. To see the latest episode of this one, all you have to do is click this. And it takes you right to this and says we're live. So there's that. The YouTube channel. If you want the specific MLB college football podcast for the one that Brad and I do, all you do is click on the top little scroll thing that says MLB CFP, Brad and Alec, and it takes you to our Saturday Night Lights playlist, and you can see where we have it. Back to the website. No, that's the editor. So there's that. The YouTube channel, of course. This is where Brad and I'm going to have Brad send him his top 25 when college football season starts. And I will be putting it into Google Slides so you can see, so everybody can see both me and Brad's top 25. And then, of course, my MLB podcast, my college football podcast. But that is the website, ladies and gentlemen. And I will let Brad tell you about his show.
Yeah, tonight is round one of the NFL draft. Unfortunately, I will not be on the show tonight. I have to be up at the beating morning. I have to be up at 3 a.m. I have to be on an airplane at 6:25 tomorrow morning to fly to New Orleans to be with my girlfriend and her friends. So I will not be on tonight. Normally, our draft show is we will talk between picks and give our analysis on. I believe Adam is going to run that show. So if you guys go over to the Walker Report YouTube channel, it will be live on there. It also, so that's where you guys can watch it live and interact with it. I will not be on there, guys, because probably in about 2 or 3 hours from now, I'm going to be counting the back of my eyelids to get ready to get up at 3 o'clock tomorrow morning to go on an airplane flight. But that'll be the show tonight. I don't know what else they're talking about. I know the biggest topic is the NFL draft round 1. So good luck to all the teams, whoever you pick. I'll find out tomorrow when as I'm flying to New Orleans, I can look through the list and we can talk about the draft grades next week on the Walker Report. So probably end up doing that.
But, ladies and gentlemen, as you saw just a minute ago, that is the new website where you can find anything and everything, all the podcasts, all the notes, and it's still a work in progress. At some point, we will have our merch up there. But that wraps up tonight's episode of the Around the Diamond podcast. We will see everybody next week.